So, the Canon 80D or the Sony A6500, which one should you buy? Let's start with the Canon 80D. The pros, it has a flip out screen, therefore you can actually see, when vlogging, you can see whether you're in frame or not, and that makes a huge difference, because if you can't see what's on your screen, you might be like I'm in the frame right now, and then if I go over here, I might be holding the camera like that, and I'll be to one side of the frame. I want to be center, I want to be the main focus point in that video. So if you have no screen, you have no way of telling whether or not you're in the frame. It has a really good autofocus system, and it also has a touch screen, which makes it so much better, because you can tap on one thing and it focuses on it, and you can tap on another and it's got a smooth focusing from one, so it's like slow focus to another object, to another, to another. It's just really easy with that touch screen. With the autofocus, it just makes it amazing. It has a headphone jack. Now, whether you need the headphone jack is another question, but the headphone jack will come in use for either watching your videos or just purely monitoring your sound of the videos. Say you're at a car festival, a car meet, or just just filming photography, wildlife, and you want to hear what's coming from the wildlife and coming into the camera, so you know what you're going to get when you get home and you look at the footage. You're not going to get some hissy, noisy footage from your microphone. The battery life on the 80D is one of the better batteries you can get. It takes 1,000 shots in photography, so if we're speaking video, you can last, say, I'll be guessing here, maybe an hour, 2, 3, depending on how often and how much you use the video feature. It will definitely depend on that. It has a time-lapse mode. Now, you don't need an app or anything, you just need to go into your video settings, click on time-lapse mode, enable it, then click a button, you're set. You don't have to have any timer outside the remote, you don't need anything else, you don't need some magic lantern installed. You can just go on the camera, click, set your tripod off, boom, walk off, come back half an hour later. You don't even have to worry about anything. It's all there in the camera. It's nice and easy. On to the cons. It's heavy weighing at 730 grams, holding the camera out with just one arm. If you're not weak, but you know, it will be a drag on your arm for, like, if you're doing it for a long time. If you're just doing it for a photo, it's fine. It's easy to hold, it's good ergonomics, but the weight of it is a lot more than the A6500. Its low light functionality is it's not poor, but it's not the best. I won't even say it's near the Sony. It really is not the best in low light. If you're into sports photography, it only has a 7 FPS, but that isn't too bad considering it has a shutter rate of 1 to 80,000. It has a 1 to 8,000 shutter rate. There we go. Now moving on to the A6500. The pros. It has 4K. Who doesn't like watching videos in 4K? I have a 4K TV. You slap into YouTube 4K videos and the result is stunning images. Now, who wouldn't want to produce those stunning images from a tiny little camera? I'd love to. Just from that, you get some stunning images. Good low light functionality is great as well, because you get 4K, good low light, stars, you know, everything you want. 4K is a great feature. The Sony is a lot lighter, weighing in at 453 grams. Now, the Canon weighs 730 grams, it's nearly half the weight. And just carrying that, say, in your pocket, maybe, like I said, when you're holding it like that, it will not feel as heavy as the 80D. And it can fit into spaces, like if you wanted to put it in your coat pocket, you have a big coat pocket, put it in. 80D, you're going to struggle. You're not going to be able to get the whole thing in, but if you want to put a camera in your pocket, nice and easy. It has over 400 focus points. Now, when you're using either photography or video, it's going to be able to track. So if you want to track someone's face, it's going to be really easy for the camera to follow that face while you're taking a shutter burst, which is 11 frames per second. You're going to be and it's going to focus on the person's face. So if they're moving, say in sports photography, you're going to focus on one guy's face and it's going to be following his face in and out of focus, so you're not getting any blurry images or anything. The con: no flip out screen. The main problem with this is you can't use it as well as a Canon 80D for vlogging. Now there are ways to get around it. You can buy a cage in which you could put a monitor on top, but having the monitor is just a hassle. You've got to carry more batteries just to power the monitor. It's an easy solution, but it's a hassle and a painful solution to use. It also makes the camera heavier than what it already is. The battery pack, it's not as good as the Canon 80D where it gets 1,000 photos. The Sony only gets 360 photos. Now if you're putting into video, you're probably not going to get an hour's worth of constant video out of it. Obviously you're not going to be recording for an hour, but you will use so much of the battery power to take your photos and using the video that you're not going to get full potential of the camera like when you need it if you don't have spare batteries. So it means you have to carry around spare batteries with you all the time. The conclusion: if you're looking for a vlogging camera, then I'd definitely go with the 80D. It's more situated for vlogging and just all around video taking than the A6500. You're gonna get more battery power, more time using it. It's also cheaper on Amazon at the moment. It costs £850, whereas the A6500 on Amazon is currently costing £1,100. Now the £850 is without a lens, £935 with a lens. A6500 is £1,155 with a lens. Now you're paying £200 more, where you could be spending that £200 on a wide angle lens or another lens for your Canon. But if you were to use the Sony, it's much more better for professional videos, getting that detail, being able to crop it, being able to downscale it, get much more features and sharpness in a 1080p video. Whereas if you were to do, say, a car promo for like Bentley, Rolls-Royce, all the high-end, you're gonna want a good camera with image stabilization, good video that people are happy with, and it looks amazing. It may not be the best for vlogging, but it is usable for vlogging. You can use it for vlogging. It also has that 120 frames per second that I forgot to tell you about, but that really is not, it's not for me really. 120 frames, you're only going to use that for slow motion, and it is nice, but it's not one of the main features, I don't think. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Leave a like and tell me which camera you would buy or which one you've got. I personally will be buying the 80D just because it's more focused at me and what I want to do. But that's it for today guys. I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.